What's going on, fam? It's the entertainer, motivated educator, Lucky Murray, back with another Gamecock news update. Today, we are talking about how can South Carolina get 2 more wins to be bowl eligible for the 2021-2022 college football season. Before I go any further, man, I need you to do 1 of 3 things. 1, like the video. 2, subscribe to the channel. Most of you guys that watch my videos aren't subscribed. Hit the notification bell. That will let you know every time I drop a video. I do mostly Gamecock sports related things. I do a little music myself. I dabble in music, but I love the Gamecocks, man. Also, subscribe. You won't regret it. And also share the video. Helps out a ton. So, I've been sitting up here, man, thinking about a concept video because this week is our bye week, so we will not have a game review this week. I may do a few more games. But South Carolina, we are off this week. So I've been thinking, how can we get a win, 2 wins, just 2 wins, in order for us to be bowl eligible? So I want to break down our schedule real quick, the last 4 games. And I think we have a shot. We have a shot. I'm not saying that we will win, but we have a shot. So let's look at the schedule, shall we? Because it looks pretty doable. I just wish that we would have beat Kentucky, man. Because if we would have beat Kentucky, we probably would have been bowl eligible. But the upcoming game, we got Florida, which is 4-3. Then we got Missouri Tigers, which is 3-4. We got the Auburn Tigers, which is 5-2. Last but not least, we got the Clemson Tigers, which struggled this year at 4-3. Who would have thought that this time this year that South Carolina Clemson could very well have the same record? I'm not saying that they're probably gonna win a few more games than us, but right now, us and Clemson are pretty close. So when you look back at that schedule, you're like, okay, so where the wins gonna come to? So I'm going to slowly break down the opponents' their stats for the season, and I'm gonna tell you where I believe the wins will come to. So we're gonna look at the Florida Gators real quick, right? The Florida Gators, 4-3. The points per game they have is 34.4 points a game. They score a lot of points. Their opponents only score 21.14 points a game. That is right around our average, guys. We only score like 20 points a game. So their defense gives up 3 touchdowns a game, right? If you look at the rushing yards per game, and I don't have this up here, but I want to say this. They average 254.3 yards a game. Their opponents average 138.9. So that's shocking because we only average, I think, about 116 or so. So, and then I think that we have like rushing wise, that's crazy. Passing they average they average 247 passing yards a game, and they only allow 197.5. So that's going to be a stretch right there. The only way that we'll beat Florida is 2 things. 1, we got to figure out a way to score points. If we score 30, right? Our defense averages about 25 points a game that we give up, 24 points a game we give up. If we get 30 and keep them within our average, that would be a possibility. But where are points going to come from? Like, we only average 20 points per game. So we have to run the ball. We have to slow it down. Can we do that against Florida? We can, but we have to be able to score, punch them in their mouth, slow the game down, allow our defense to get time to keep up. So I don't think this is a win right here because, like I said before, I don't think it's likely for us to be able to score that many points to beat Florida. So the next game we got against Mizzou. I think this is where we're going to get our win at, guys. Listen, Mizzou averages 34.4 points a game. But they give up 37.4 points. about 37 points a game. We average 20 points per game, but we give up 25 points a game. So if they give up 30 points a game, their defense is not that great. So what that means that we'll be able to score against them and we'll be able to stop them. All right? Let's go to rushing. They only average 158 rushing yards a game. They allow 266 rushings a game. So if anything, our rushing game is really going to look good this game right here. Passing wise, they only average 288 passing yards a game. They give up 201. So they're a little bit better in the passing game. I think the passing game we're like, I think around 200. I think as well. But I think that rushing, man, we can really get the ball rolling with that. So this is where I think our win's gonna come in at. That's gonna be our 5th win of the season. I think that Mizzou is they haven't won in conference yet, and I don't think that we will be able to give that up as well because look here, we need a win, and I think our team wants to be bowl eligible. I think the coaching staff wants to be bowl eligible. I think that they understand it's a process, but this is hypothetically speaking. So I think our 5th win is going to come against Mizzou. So let's go to our second game. Auburn, I think it's going to be tough, even though we beat them last year. But look at this. They average 35 points a game. They only give up 20 points a game. That's right where I average at. Passing, rushing, they have 196 rushing yards a game. They only give up 122. That's where we'll be at right there. And then passing, they average 251 yards passing a game. They only give up 217. So this is where I say that this is going to be an upset for us to get it. I don't see us winning this game. I know we beat them last year, but I don't see us having the same type of, run game to really grind it out, to really milk the clock and to really be able to throw it over the top. So this game right here, I see as a loss as well. So this last game is interesting, people. This is interesting, people. The Clemson Tigers. I said at the beginning of the season, I think we can beat Clemson Tigers. I think we could get one. And I think it's time for us to get one. Here's the record right here, right? Scoring. They only average 20 points a game. They give up 14 points a game. So, yes, their defense is good, but their offense cannot score. Listen to me. Hear me out, people. Hear me out. Because I know y'all are out there like, look, hear me out. I think our team will come to play against Clemson. I believe the game is in Columbia. I believe no one needing one more win to be bowl eligible. I think this is the win. Now, will we win? I don't know, but Clemson is vulnerable right now. Clemson is looking real vulnerable right now. They looking like they don't understand how to be, not in the playoffs, not competing for ACC championships, not competing for national championships, going to the college playoff, every year, 6 years in a row. They're not used to being bottom dwellers. They're not used to being on, common man turf. Because for 6 years now, the brand has been a national brand. But you don't got a quarterback that can throw. Your offensive line is, you can't run. I mean, this doesn't look like Clemson. So this is where I think our second win is going to be, which will give us an opportunity to get a bowl win. I see it. Now, can we get an upset between those 4 games? It's possible. Is it likely? No. But we get an upset with 4 games, anything can happen. So yes, I believe that yes, we're at 4 games, but I just don't think the staff is like, we got 4 wins. Let's chalk it up for next year. No, the momentum that goes if we beat Clemson. Even if we beat Mizzou, get our fifth win. That's still a heck of a turnaround. Last year we only won 2 games. The year before we only won 4. if we do get 6, Shane Beamer single-handedly. Single-handed this year, he did much better than last year. So let's cut the chase like that. This is a successful season whether we win 6 or not. But what I'm saying is that it's still a possibility to get 6. So here's what I need you to do, because I'm just a man behind the camera. What do you think? Write in the comment section below. Do you think we're going to get our 6th win? Well, I know Walt, my man Walt's been saying that he don't think that we're going to get 6. And I agree. But this is YouTube land, so you figure out things to talk about because, hey, look, man, it's an off season. So we got to chat real quick. Let me know what you think about the comment section below. But again, it's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, and please don't forget all 3. Lucky Murray back with another Gamecock news update. And yes, how can South Carolina get bowl eligible this year? Beating Clemson and Mizzou. Let me know what you think about the comment section below. But like always, until next time, people.